Well, hello, this is Denise Miller, your Leadership Lady Live, and I'm here today with week 3 of Mother's Week. This week, we'll be speaking about quotes from female leaders who are also mothers. Let's start. We're going to go to one of my heroines in leadership, and it is Mary Kay Ash. But before we go any further, I'd like to ask you to please, if you like the content, please do hit the thumbs up or the heart, depending on where you're listening from, and please do share this content. I always tell people that there's someone you know who I don't know who will benefit from what I'm sharing. Now, Mary Kay Ash was a mother of 3. She was born and raised in a time that women were not well regarded and were certainly not regarded as leadership material outside of the home. And although she was an amazing salesperson, she was not appropriately rewarded, and she did not appreciate that fact. And so she started her own business. Mary Kay started in a store with 9 employees in Texas and now has 1.6 million or more Mary Kay representatives. Now, her quotes. The first one speaks about the duties of a leader, and it is this: leaders teach, they motivate, they care. They make sure that people know what's expected of them, and they make sure that when you do it right, you get the proper reward. Now, that's obviously an outgrowth of the fact that she was an amazing salesperson who wasn't rewarded, but she always remained sensitive to that fact. And as leaders, so should we. We really do need to make sure that our people understand clearly what needs to happen, that we do motivate and inspire them to do what needs to be done and to do it well, quickly, and correctly. And we need to care about where our team members are in their lives, because no matter how clear, no matter how motivated, if a person has an issue that is not addressed, they will not be able to work well. Now, we're not there to be their nurses or their caretakers or their therapists, but we really do need to care about them and to express and demonstrate that care. And then finally, yes, we need to properly reward them, whether it's with pay, whether it's with recognition, which we'll talk about in a minute, or it's some other way. Sometimes a simple, great job, thank you so much, can be all the reward that a person needs. People need to be appreciated. The second quote is just that. It says, everyone wants to be appreciated. So if you appreciate someone, don't keep it a secret. When someone does a good job, tell them. But don't only tell them, tell people outside of your team. Recognize them in front of their team members when they're doing a great job. Be sure that they understand that you do appreciate them and that you are willing to share that they are doing a great job. It goes a long way towards building loyalty to the team, towards building the desire to work hard for you as a leader, and towards working hard for the organization that you serve. The third quote is a sports analogy, and I'm not a big sports person, but I grew up around sports, so I understand most of them. And it is this: a good leader passes the ball to the team and lets them run with it. And I think about football because my brothers played football growing up. And I think about soccer because my youngest niece was a soccer player straight through college. And what a coach does, and a coach is a leader, is to lay out the game plan for the team, discuss who's going to cover who or who's going to what position, and then they let the team go out and do it. You never see a coach walking onto the field to push over players to make them do what the coach wanted to do, the leader just lets them run with it. If something goes wrong, a timeout is called, everybody goes to the sideline, they re-huddle with the coach, discuss what needs to change, and then the team goes back out and they run with it again. That's the way our teams should function with us as the leader. We should be there to motivate our teams, but we need to let them execute. Sometimes as leaders, we want to hold on to what people are doing because they don't do it like we would do it. However, they're not us. In fact, many times they have better ideas, they have more energy, they have a different perspective, and they can even accomplish more. So as team leaders, we need to let the team run with the ball. And then the last quote is this: the speed of the leader is the speed of the gang. Now, we don't think of our teams as gangs, but we do know from social research that gangs are essentially families. And our teams are very often families. In the marketplace, many of our team members spend more time with each other than they do with their own families. So we need to think about that and understand that our teams take their cues from us. If we are people who choose to grow personally, who choose to try new ideas and do new things, then our teams are going to follow us into those ways of thinking. If we grow, our team members grow. They will never grow any further or any faster than we are growing. And if we have a team member who desires to grow and we are not growing, trust me, that team member will not be with you for long. They will find a way to get away from you. And if you've got a great team member who is growth oriented, then be challenged by that and choose to grow yourself. Now, thank you so much for listening. These are 4 wonderful quotes from Mary Kay, and I hope that you'll take them to heart and that you'll think about where you can show more appreciation to your teams, where you can grow more so that your team can grow more, how you can let people know that they are capable of doing the work of your team and then release them to do it. Once again, I ask that you thumbs up or heart, that you share with someone, especially someone who doesn't know me, and that you will subscribe to my YouTube channel. Again, this is Denise Miller, your Leadership Lady Live, and I'm so excited to have been with you today. Have a great balance of the week, and I'll see you next week with week 4 of Mother's Month.